Welcome to the athlete's secret weapon. Before we get into this, understand something most athletes miss. Your performance isn't just physical, and it's not just mental. It's all connected. The way you think, the way your body responds, the way you handle pressure, your breathing, your awareness, it all works together. And when that connection is off, you feel it. But when it's aligned, everything slows down, everything feels clear, and you start playing at a different level. You play in flow. That's what we're training here. Not just your mind, but your body, and your connection to something bigger than the moment in front of you.
Picture this. It's late in the fourth, scoreboard tight. You miss a routine play, and suddenly it's like everything inside your head goes into repeat. Why did I do that? Don't mess up, don't mess up. And your body follows. The shot you've made 1,000 times feels foreign. What if one 3-word promise, said to yourself in the split second after the mistake, could stop that spiral and put you back in control?
You ever feel that slow motion mistake that turns your whole game into a highlight reel of doubt? This episode is about a tiny tool that flips that script.
I hear that from athletes all the time. After an error, they don't just feel disappointed. There's a rush of self-judgment, a loop of replaying the mistake, and the nervous system literally tightens the muscles you need to perform. Saying move on doesn't change the body state. It's like telling your phone to reboot without plugging it back in.
Totally. I used to get stuck after a turnover. I'd replay it for 3 plays, then play like crap the rest of the quarter. Coaches told me to stay mentally tough, which felt useless in the moment because I didn't have the switch to flip back to execution.
So let's make the problem real. What happens after that first mistake isn't laziness or lack of effort. Describe that inside loop, what the body does, what the head says, so listeners feel seen.
Right. Immediately there's a spike in sympathetic arousal. Heart rate rises, breathing shortens, vision narrows. The prefrontal cortex, the part that helps you execute complex skills, gets overloaded with self-evaluation. Motor control becomes reactive instead of automatic. Athletes tell me, I overthink, my hands tighten, I can't trust my training. That's the loop.
And all the usual advice, forget it, next play, sounds fine until your chest is tight and your hands don't feel like yours. You need permission to let the body do what it knows.
Let's break a common lie right now. It's not about confidence. It's not about willpower. Dr. Maya, tell them what's actually breaking down and why a 3-word thing can change it.
What breaks down is ownership and nervous system permission. After a mistake, athletes often withdraw ownership, I blew it, which tightens control and invites evaluation. A contract cue is a tiny ritualized self-agreement that immediately shifts ownership back to the athlete. It's a deliberate, brief contract with yourself that says, I accept this, now I act. That reorients the brain from judgment to action and gives the body permission to execute. Notice how we're not saying think positive or be confident. This is about giving your nervous system a lane to move from reaction to practice. So what exactly is the contract cue?
It's 3 words, short and present tense, framed as a promise to act, not as a judgment. Examples: reset and play, trust the work, my job now. Those 3 words are paired with a simple somatic anchor, a 3-second exhale, a fingertip tap on the chest, a grounding foot shift. That combo creates a conditioned response. Cue words plus breath plus micro-movement equals permission to perform.
For me, I use trust the work. Right after a mistake, I inhale, 3-second exhale, tap my chest, whisper the phrase, and then I focus on the next immediate action. It's not a pep talk. It's like filing a contract. I did the drill, now I honor the process and move.
Okay, teach us the drill. Walk us step by step so someone can use this in practice today.
Step 1. Craft your 3-word contract. Keep it present, action-focused, and permission-based. Don't use blame. Step 2. Pair it with a somatic anchor.
We recommend a 3-second controlled exhale and a tiny micro movement. Tap chest, rub knuckles, or press a fingertip to your thigh. Step 3. Rehearse it in low stakes. Do it after a missed rep in practice every time for a week. Step 4. Progressively add it to higher stress situations, scrimmages, late game reps. Step 5. In competition, use it in the split second after an error. Breath, tap, say the 3 words, and initiate the next practiced action.
Let's do a live demo. I'll simulate a missed play. Missed it. Immediate breath out, tap, trust the work, and then I lock to my next read. In practice, that micro routine retrains my body to reset and go. It's quick, almost invisible, but it's powerful.
A couple of quick pitfalls listeners need to avoid. Don't let the cue become a verbal crutch without the somatic anchor. And don't pick wording that points blame. Things like, don't screw up, are toxic. Dr. Maya, what do coaches need to know?
Coaches should encourage variability, reward the routine regardless of outcome, and avoid policing the words. Focus on the process. The cue is about granting permission to act, not guaranteeing results. Monitor for rigidity. If athletes use the cue robotically, revisit phrasing and the anchor.
Now picture the future. Jordan, tell us what happens after you made this part of your game for a month.
After a month, it's weirdly calm. I stopped replaying mistakes for 3 plays. I became the guy coaches trusted to make plays late because I bounced back faster. My teammates noticed. I wasn't spiraling. Things that used to feel huge felt small. It compounds. Small resets lead to better decisions, which leads to trust, which leads to more freedom in big moments.
That identity shift is key. When your nervous system learns you'll grant yourself permission to act, you stop defining yourself by isolated errors. The athlete identity becomes, I respond, I execute, I adapt. That's where consistency lives. Ownership time. No one can put this onto your brain. It's trainable, but only if you train it. Here's a 7-day challenge. Day 1, choose your 3 words and anchor. Days 2 to 5, use it after every missed rep in practice. Day 6, apply it in a scrimmage. Day 7, use it in at least one high-pressure rep or game moment. Log how quickly you reset and what changes.
And keep a coach in the loop. Ask for outcome-agnostic feedback. Did I use the routine? Did I initiate the next action? That keeps the focus on behavior, not outcome.
All right, social time. We want to hear your contract cues. Share a short clip or post with your 3 words, tag the show @AthleteSecretWeapon, use #ContractCue, and tell us one win from your 7-day test. Coaches, share how you reward outcome-agnostic use and what you see shift.
I'll be watching the tag feed. There are some great ones out there. Be creative, but keep it permission-based.
If this podcast hit for you, don't just listen and move on. Own it. Because this isn't just about what you know. It's about how you show up. Your mind, your body, your habits, your awareness, it's all connected. And it's all your responsibility. And when you start taking ownership of that connection, that's when things change. That's when you are free to play your best. That's when you become the elite athlete you are. Have fun, play hard, and we'll see you next time. Let's get to work.